guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see behind me here, we got the air drill out in the 8320. We're here in what was a cornfield, but off camera we chopped probably a couple hundred acres for all the heifers we got at home, and we probably plan on getting some more heifers after those leave. So we went ahead and chopped a few bags and a little pile full of silage. So I'm here and we're gonna plant some rye here wherever we chopped. Here we got this like little 80-acre field here. Then we got a little piece at home, but I probably won't make it to that because I got football practice here in a couple hours. But so yeah, I'm gonna get on with it and start drilling in the rye. So here we go. Alright guys, just like that, I got my first round tossed around the field. As you can see here, I got that one little blue thing right there. That's going all the way around this premises. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna slap 2 more around it. That way I got 3 passes, because that's what I do with soybeans anyways. And yeah, I'll start straight tracking this and I'll get into the detail with the video. So yep. Alright ladies and gentlemen, I decided that I'm only putting 2 rounds around the whole field because 3 is just gonna take way longer and I want to be here, and there's really no need for it. So I only got 2 rounds around the field there, so now we're going. Right here, these 2 like bar things here. So on the drill, air drills are totally different from planters. The like planters, like you have like section control like every two row units or so on John Deere anyway. I don't know about any other brand, but on air drills it's just half of the drill and half of the drill. So that's what that's saying, like that bar is this half of the drill and that's like the section control. And when those are green, I know that that half of the drill is planting, and right now both of those are lit up obviously, so that means the air drill is planting, so which is good. And these numbers right down here show me like the population I'm putting out right now. So I'm putting out about 500,000 because this is rye, and rye seed is like twice as small as a bean like seed. So you got to put out a lot of seeds to get a lot of plants, because you just don't plant rye thin like any other crop. Rye is basically like wheat. So yeah, that's basically what's going on right here. And obviously I got my auto steer and we're straight tracking now. So, and we are currently still in a drought because it never likes to rain here anymore. So the ground is super rough and hard and crusted and cracked and whatever else happens in a drought with the ground. So it is not the most pleasant riding this tractor right now because it's bouncing all over like crazy, and I gotta go at a somewhat slow speed. I'm trying to do around 7. Normally I do like 7.5 with beans, but since the ground is so rough, I'm trying to give those row units just like some extra support to get in the ground instead of just flying over the ground and not creating a trench for the seeds. So yeah, it's pretty rough in Nebraska right now. I'm pretty sure the whole state's burned up except for like lower farms and all that, and they got a lot of irrigation, so their stuff looks pretty good if you ever watch their YouTube channels. So other than that, everything's pretty much brown. So another thing, harvest is right around the corner, so I'll be making a lot of videos now because there'll actually be something to do, because all summer there really wasn't much to do except make hay. But when we were done with that, then I really wasn't doing anything. So yeah, I'll probably record whenever we get the combine out of the shed and all that. So yeah, that's probably it for right now. I gotta go to football practice here in just a little bit, so I don't know what's all gonna happen here. I think Dad's gonna bring my pickup out to me here in just a couple minutes. So if I don't see you guys again today, I'll probably have the camera tomorrow and I'll just do little crops scouting with you guys and walk through some beans and walk through some corn. Corn harvest, another thing, I'm not really too thrilled about that, because with all this hailed corn that got hailed on, they like to put the ear basically right above the ground. And if you've ever seen this terrain in Nebraska, all it is terrace, hills, and ditches. So basically what that means is we're gonna have to go really slow and basically have the corn head, like the snoots, those long pointy things on the front of the corn head, we're basically gonna have to have those riding on the ground. That way we get all the ears instead of just gliding over them, because I mean the last time I was in some fields, I mean the ears were basically sitting on the ground. So if worse comes worse, we'll just click on the McDon and mow it all off. But I mean, that probably won't happen. That'd be pretty cool though. But I don't know, we'll just have to see. If we could get a decent rain, the beans would be a little bit better. But right now, since we haven't gotten rain in like a month and a half, there's really much of nothing for harvest this year. I'm hoping for 100 bushel corn, 110, but the beans will probably make like 30 or so. So yeah, I don't know, it's gonna be a pretty interesting year, but I don't know, I'm already ready for 2023 to be over with. I don't know about everybody else, but it's kind of been a crappy year. First we got hailed on, and now it's trying to burn us up. So I don't know what God's cooking down here, but I think it's done. So yeah, that's just basically all the updates. So be looking out on the channel for harvest content, because there will be quite a bit of that coming out. So I probably won't end the video here. I'll probably end it tomorrow or something. So we'll see y'all whenever, I guess. But I'm just gonna keep drilling here until Dad comes with my pickup so I can go to practice. So yeah, we'll see y'all the next time I pick up the camera. Alright guys, I'm back here from football practice, and we're out here in another chopped cornfield here, but the chopper stopped right there, as you can see there. And here on the ground you can see all these ears laying here, and the chopper, the operator, I guess, was trying to get as close to the ground as he could. I mean, these stalks right here is lower than what we pick them at with the combine, so, and that means he was dropping all these years, so that just goes to show how bad corn harvest is going to be, because you can see over there's ditches and stuff that run right there. So I mean, in the combine I'm gonna have to go like 2 miles an hour, maybe slower, just watching the heads every move, because if we gouge a snoot into the dirt, nothing is made out of metal anymore, so it just buckles the snoot right under. Don't ask me how I know that, but so yeah, that's gonna be pretty exciting. I hope it goes faster when I think it's going to, but looks like that was up here in the world while I was at football practice. By the way, if you can't tell that I'm sick, you do now. I have a really bad cold. I don't know why. But look at this year. That's a decent year for the kind of year we've had. Year and year. But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see how it all plays out. But I mean, just look at this. Just absolutely like hugging the ground. I mean, that really ain't much of a year right there, but still, that's on the ground. I don't know. Just full years everywhere. You know what's gonna be bad about this too? We're gonna have volunteer corn out the you know what this next year when all of this is soybeans. I mean, basically what I'm trying to express and say is that the effects of hail and a drought all in the same year don't just affect that one year, they affect years down the road. Like I just said, when this is soybeans, all this corn land out here is just gonna be wild. And I mean, we're gonna be using corn killer like it's going out of style, because I mean, I guarantee you, when the beans aren't even knee high, it's gonna look like a cornfield out here. I mean, because I mean, there's just ears everywhere, and that's everywhere where we chopped. And I guarantee you, whenever we pick the rest of this with the combine, we're not gonna do the best job, and it's gonna look maybe a little less like the chopper. But I mean, look at that on the ground, and under the corn head, the rollers that like chew the stalk off, kind of like that. I mean, it makes them look like that, but obviously the chopper did that. It's just gonna break these ears in half and shatter corn kernels everywhere. So it's just gonna be pretty bad. I don't know what to think of it. I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But I just can't believe how one year we have record-breaking yields last year, and this year we get the crap beat out of us by hail, I think twice, and then months later we can't get an ounce of rain to save our life. But, and that's agriculture at its finest. I mean, I don't know I'm trying to say anymore, but I'm just coming out here to try and show you guys what's all going on out here, how low the ears are. And another thing, maybe like, I think it was right over there somewhere, that last crop update I did, I was showing you how bad like the hail beat up the corn. Look at that gap right there. There should at least be 3 plants right in that gap right there, but there's not, because obviously the hail wiped them out. But yeah, it's just kind of been a crappy year. Fertilizer is out the roof, so it's a tough year for Nebraska farmers this year, so, but oh well, get through every day by day, but what do you do? So yeah, that's pretty much what's going out here in the cornfield. I'm gonna go down by the silage, show you guys the silage pile. And that's another thing I forgot to tell you guys about. The silage, we had to chop way more than what we should have, like last year, to build the pile that we have right now. We would have had to chop maybe half of what we did, just because the tonnage was so low because of the corn plant population just being cut in half by hail. And then you got the drought, so plants didn't get near as tall as they should have. I mean, last year we had some corn that put years like right where my shoulders were, and I'm about 6'1", maybe 6'2", and my shoulders right here. So that means last year we had corn putting years on where the tassels are this year. And that's pretty high up there. And yeah, I mean, once again, it's just a crappy year, but you know what, you can't do nothing about it. You just gotta keep going on. So I'm gonna go down to the silage pile now and show you guys what's going on down there. So we'll see you here in just a second. Actually, I wanna go look at the soybeans over there. By the way, I'm really sorry for the wind noise. Kind of breezy out here, which is kind of nice, but at the same time it's not. But back there, I didn't want to sound so depressed about the year, but I was actually kind of excited to see the kind of ears hanging off of the plants. I was expecting to see more little shriveled up things that were gonna make like, I don't know, 50 bushel the acre, but I think this corn might do 100, 110. It ain't near as bad as the guy thinks. I mean, looking at it over here, it kind of looks sad, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out whenever we get in the combine cab, which won't be too long. Like I said earlier, I'll probably be making a harvest prep video here pretty quick to get the combine out and all that stuff. So, however, these beans right here don't look the hottest. Not very tall. I think they forgot to grow. But let's get out here where there's actually some soil that hasn't been driven on 300 times. Wow, look at that. What a dramatic change. Still not very tall. Yeah, like I said, if we could get a nice rain, we could still have some decent soybeans, but I don't know. There's a fair amount of pods on there, but I don't know. Some of them are empty, some of them aren't. These could probably do 40 if they really tried. But we're starting to get a few yellow leaves, so we're gonna have a fair little break in between corn and beans this year. Normally, on a good year, a frost should be killing all your crops, and you should be cutting your beans first, but this year, heat has taken everything. Heat and no water, and we'll be picking corn first this year. It's just funny how everything gets flipped around within 1 year. Because last year, I couldn't imagine anything more perfect. Like corn, our lowest corn yield was 205 or something like that. Our lowest beans was like 50. I mean, it was beautiful. But now this year, I guess we're paying the price for it. But what do you do? And another thing, when a field gets beat up so bad by hail, the weeds just go crazy. Like out there, I don't know if you can see that, but there's weeds right there. I think those are, I don't know what those are, but in the cornfield over there, I'll probably get on the four-wheeler. But I mean, where the chopper was, the weeds are just insane. Like, I don't know how weeds get started like that. I suppose that seeds are just sitting on the ground, and whenever they get driven over by the sprayer, they're just kind of done for. But when the hail just disturbs the soil like it did, it just reactivates the weed seed and then it goes to town on the field. But yeah, these beans ain't too bad right here. I mean, they're just over my knees. Not too bad for pods down there, I suppose. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be as disappointed as I am, but I guess we'll find everything out about how wrong or right I was, one of the two, whenever we get in the combine. So in the meantime, I'm gonna walk back over there to the scooter and I'm gonna go buzz around the cornfield and show you how bad weeds are. So we'll see here in just a second when I get out of here. And then on our way out, we'll go down to the silage pile so you guys can see that, like I've said we would like 3 times, but now we're just doing different things. So okay, we're almost there. Alright, well, we're not to the 4-wheeler yet, but here's just a bunch of weeds. Oh wow, that's a nice view. See, if these are all across there, this corn will easily do 190, like 90 to 100, not 190, but I don't know. Like I said, I guess we'll see when we get in the combine. Okay, let me get to my scooter. See, look at that big old weed. He didn't get hit by the chopper very well. Most of these got beat up by the chopper a little bit, but I mean, just all down the road, basically all of this, the whole field is just covered in weeds. And on top of the hail and the drought, whenever your weeds are taller than the actual crop themselves, that's when it starts to do damage. I mean, they're doing damage when the weed pokes up to the soil, but it's really doing damage whenever your weed is taller than your crop. So yeah, I mean, that's just as tall as a corn plant probably. So if that's all out through there, then well, I guess for this year. Here's a good example right here. Granted, we're right here by the driveway and stuff, but these beans are just covered in weeds right there, down by that riser right there. That's all weeds. But I guess the McDonald will take care of those. Okay, so right there we got a bag full of silage, another bag. I suppose they're probably 200 and 300 feet long, I'm not sure. But that bag right there is rye, which we're feeding right now to the heifers that are up there in the pasture and stuff. So yeah, that's probably half used up about. Then over here we got our pile that we got tarts, but sometime we got to put tires on top of that. Well, we got that tart pretty nice and tight over the top of there, not very much air in there. But yeah, there's our pile and our bags, and if this don't give it away, we plan on more heifers arriving, because we think we'll make a pretty good profit off of the pregnant heifers like we got up there. And yeah, we'll see what goes on, but I guess time will tell, like always. So well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end off the video here with all of my ranting about this year and stuff, and the corn silage and planting rye and all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, spread this video, spread the channel, so we can get maybe past 10 subscribers. And we'll see y'all on the next one. So peace out. Also, another thing, be on the lookout for some new equipment arriving on Gertis Farms. So alright, now we'll see you later. I was just kidding. We're back here in the 8320 drilling rye right here where we just came out of the 4-wheeler with, looking at corn and stuff. So there's probably 30 acres here. We'll probably have to fill up with rye sometime soon here, so I'll probably record that. Wow, it's a nice sun. But yeah, we're just out here, just still giving her hell. So yep. Alright guys, I just got my tank low warning right there, and I only have like one pass left, and that's straight up ahead over there. My light came on 2 passes ago, and whenever you're planting rye, that usually doesn't mean you have too much left. So I'm gonna hop out and I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna open up that bin and see how much is in there. So I'll see you back there in just a second. Here's another pretty good year right here from this corn. I'm actually kind of excited for harvest now, seeing all of these throughout here. I mean, this kind of has me excited. I mean, that's like 120, 130 bushel corn. Granted, half the plants are out there, but it's gonna be better than the guy thinks, I'm pretty sure. So let me climb up here because this is gonna be really loud. Okay, so if you can hear me, that black thing right there, that's the sensor. That's what, whenever the seed goes past that on the way down, that's when the light comes on. But it turns out that there's still plenty of seed in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this field. And that right there, that really loud thing, that's called the blower. That's what sends air through the tubes to blow seeds down into the ground. I'll give you guys a better explanation some other time, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up real quick. So, and I'll probably end the video. Alright y'all, I just finished up here. Just got that last pass done. So, rye planting is done now because we only had like 100 acres to do or something. So, actually no, I lied to you. I don't even know how many acres it was, to be honest with you. But anyways, we'll see y'all in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. If y'all see my TikTok, it's Gertis_farms_. So make sure you go hit that up too. And let's try and grow this channel a little bit because I'm tired of being stuck at 9 and 10 subscribers for how many long now, for how much time now. So yeah, that's that. That's a wrap for today's video, so we'll catch you on the next one.